It's the Rams and the Niners on Monday Night Prime Time.
We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. Tonight we finish off Week 4 with a good Monday night matchup between the Los Angeles Rams and the San Francisco 49ers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they enter play here. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And this coaching staff has to be pleased with how their defense played last week. They held their opponents to 3 points, and that was it. If they get anything comparable to that performance, this one's in the bag.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Rams, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes that actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And here comes Matthew Stafford leading the Rams offense out there. And just as he did last season when he captured his first and the Rams' second Super Bowl title.
I think his task in this game is really simple. Eliminate the turnovers. He threw 2 interceptions last week. I can't believe I led with that because he had 3 touchdown passes.
Right.
So there's a lot of good that he did, but he's got to take care of the ball better. The ball has to go to guys wearing the jerseys that they're wearing this week, not the opposition.
Stafford going to throw from the outset. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. After the incomplete pass here now is 2nd and 10. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
Jefferson really grew into the deep threat LA needed as it ramped up its passing attack, averaging a cool 16 yards per catch. One of the best marks in the league and helping the Rams earn a ring. Back at it again in 2022, picking up a first down with a big play.
Stafford on first down. That'll be caught by Cup. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with to have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Yeah, absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team would say, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. To throw is Stafford. He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Now here's Trey Lance leading this 49er offense onto the field. Some very big expectations for the second-year signal caller.
San Francisco opted not to throw Trey Lance into the fire right away, bringing him along slowly last season. He still drew 2 starts, though, and showed flashes of his huge dual-threat potential in both. Almost 100 yards on the ground in a tough one against Arizona, and 280 total yards in a win over Houston. They'll bring him along slowly in year 2. The keys to the car are officially his.
And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now a play fake. Lance. This one caught by Kittle. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Up the gun, McCaffrey. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 19 carries, 64 yards.
They're coming off of back-to-back wins, and I think a lot of credit belongs to this guy right here because, to me, he's not only carried his weight, he's carried a few other guys along as well. He's helped draw defensive attention away from not just him, but open things up for his teammates, too. So if this winning streak is going to continue to have some legs to it, he has to remain effective and put together another nice game.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through, and the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. On 1st down, they'll start out with Akers. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. The numbers for him from a week ago. 17 carries, 62 yards, and a touchdown.
There were some signs of life from their ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make a slight improvement how they contribute to this aspect of the offense. Lyman can set their blocks and hold them a little bit longer, and he can be quicker to the hole and hit a lane. If they do that, they should get some better numbers.
And it's a fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. These Rams and Niners met 3 times a season ago. The Niners had the Rams number in the regular season, winning 31-10 in San. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And Stafford's going to be taken down. That's a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt. And if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it 2nd and 7. Try the right side with Mitchell. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. They'll try and run for it. This is Juszczyk. And he is going to have a Niners first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3 barely. But the mark shows first down.
And how about that on 3rd down? So many different directions an offense can go. Throw it out wide to the receivers. Get it to their speedy running back. They changed up everything and handed it to the fullback. And he surprised them all and picked up a first down.
First down, here's Mitchell. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lance. That's caught by Werner, the tight end. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give him 6 yards and they do convert on third.
And this is just a little touch pass. As the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent gain.
On first down, Lance over the middle, complete. It's Jennings. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Again, they'll throw it with Lance. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain. So when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
Oh, how about this on first and goal? And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he's going to be shoved back short of the goal line. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's third and goal at the 1. They were stopped last time from the 1. Now here's another try on third and goal. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
4th down field goal try coming, so Lance is off, and on comes Robbie Gould. The kick by Gould is good, and that'll push the lead up to 8. So when you factor in the safety, this now a 5-point swing.
And look, I'm not going to turn away a 5-point swing because 5 points, that's valuable. Don't get me wrong on this. But if they could have taken that safety and added 7 to it, now you're talking about a really big swing.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Holding, receiving.
So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Stafford. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Riley Dixon now to punt it away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. On play action, Lance. Got a man, that's Ayuk. The Niners on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And they're able to stop him short. On 3rd and 6, they'll only pick up 4.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now Stafford. Open man, he'd be the top. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And this is going to be 49er football. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Following the fumble recovery, Lance completes it to Jennings. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so you can only go so far outside, and they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man. Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Screenplay setting it up for Mitchell. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 4th down field goal try coming, so Lance is off, and on comes Robbie Gould. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. The kick by Gould is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he returns this to the 22. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Off the fake to Akers, here's Stafford. Caught out left side by Robinson. A couple of vets, Stafford to Robinson there. 1st down Rams. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. And the Niners get there and bring him down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot, and here another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack. Now they're staring up at a 3rd and long. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for L.A. Here's McLeod on the return. That'll go as a 42-yard punt and another 32 and a 10-yard return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, where it was the visiting Browns who were able to steal one on the road. Deshaun Watson leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. We'll stay in the NFC South as we head to Carolina to check on the Panthers. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Arizona Cardinals. Kareem Hunt over 100 yards in the victory with 2 touchdown runs as well. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Miami Dolphins. Tyler Boyd leading the way with 3 touchdown catches. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Rams, and they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half, and it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Niners, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. Lance and the 49ers now, 1st and 10 at the 34. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. Skirts by him at the 35. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. On second down, McCaffrey. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Back to throw, Stafford. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all, because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here's Riley Dixon now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 44. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. McCaffrey running up the middle. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he is going to have a 49ers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Spinning past him. A gain of 3, 2nd down. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 22-yard line. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
Well, we use the term pitch and catch a lot to denote an easy completion. We just saw one right there on 3rd and 3 to pick up the 1st down.
Why are those so tough to defend? Just because they hit so quickly?
Yeah, it's all about timing and confidence. Quarterback sees it, rips it, there you go.
Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Lance going to throw. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. His 1st touchdown on the year, as his guys were able to push that lead out a bit further.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Gold with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, It has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
That's interference. Defense.
So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles are usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. 3rd and long. It's Stafford. And incomplete on the deep ball. Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now here comes Ayuk on the jet sweep, and they'll bring him down right around the 13. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Looking at it from the defense's perspective, they could have really used the football to try to start eating into this deficit.
Yeah, because now possession's so crucial at this stage of the game. And when you've got an opportunity to hop on a turnover and you don't get it, you can feel the frustration all the way up here.
And the offense, they're living right now. Another bounce and break that goes their way. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And now they'll throw with Lance. That's complete to the tight end Warner. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Running left, here's Mitchell. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It was JPP that time, Jason Pierre-Paul, who got in there to blow that play up. So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 9. This is McCaffrey on the give. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. So they went a little cautious there on 3rd and long.
Man, nothing wrong with that. Remember, they're playing with a lead right now. So getting a 1st down, yes, that would be great. But even more importantly, take care of the football. No turnovers, no big plays for the other team, and keep the clock moving.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. Going right back to Akers. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
But they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And a fair catch is taken here, a step or two inside the 45-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. And Lance now to throw. He'll dump that one off to Mitchell. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Stafford on 1st down. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Stafford now to throw. That's out to the flat for Akers. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. And he's got this to Jefferson. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 15-yard line. From the red zone now, Stafford. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. And he's got it. And he's brought down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Akers is going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. That time a 6-play drive.
And it was Cam Akers who capped it off with a touchdown.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the 49er hands team does its job. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd.
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by Gold is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. So now Stafford and the Rams down by 2 touchdowns. 1:44 to go. Their offense has struggled all night, and now they need to find 2 scores late to try to pull this thing out. Now a play fake it at Stafford. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Stafford
Completes this to Jefferson.
and he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Charvarius Ward.
And the Niners are going to get it back here just past the 35.
All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice.
Holding offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And they will take a knee here. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line.
So the victory here for San Francisco. And we talked so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for San Francisco, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Rams, they'll drop down to 1-3, and they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys.